Finally, we can start. Okay, let's go. Ready. And start. I can't do anything anyway, it's just cutscenes. Ugh. Let's do this. Let's get this world record. I mean, either way, it's going to be a PB and I'll upload it, but it'll be cool if it's a world record too. Ooh. So unfortunately, the run always begins. Every single case begins with this long spiel of text at the beginning. Some interaction between Mackenzie, Cromwell, and whoever's offering Mackenzie the case. Now I'm trying to specifically think how we could possibly improve the time. I'm thinking if I can get these room skips first try when it's needed and actually just follow my goddamn route, it should be fine. By the way, I absolutely love the layout for the DS screens. So again, thank you to Ajani, if you're here or not. He was nice enough to sort of just make it for me. I was trying to set up the DS originally and he saw that I was just recording the whole DS itself and he was just like, no, let me do this. This is, what you've got is terrible. It looks even worse than the screen footage. So he was really nice and created this for me. I absolutely love the look of it. So a lot of people would sort of, I don't know, they wouldn't necessarily consider this a good speed game, but I think that there's some good optimizations in the routing and both. Also, just executing certain glitches that occur. Room skip is probably the biggest one I can think of. And then it's also that idea of, I don't think I've discovered nearly any of the actual room skips that are present. I've only found 2, and I can only consistently do 1. I can only imagine how many more there are. So this does have a lot of room for optimization in the future. Now on top of that, this is the English version. As you can see, I have to wait for the text to scroll out. If this was the Japanese version, it would happen so much faster, but I don't have the Japanese version of this game or a Japanese DS. So unfortunately, we're just going to be stuck with the English route, the English version. But nonetheless, should still be alright in it. Now it'll be offering us her homework, to do our homework for a year, and that's when Chloe's interested. Not to solve the mystery herself, but just to get her homework done for a year. Just the third option, that's the only one we need. Penelope. And then we're done. We don't need any of the other info, we know what we're doing. Yes, Cromwell, you're gonna make something cool for us. As usual. And we've got to get you the materials for it, so let's just go get them now. And hooray, we're playing. So we're gonna go to the condominium first, because we can unlock the shopping plaza location, as well as get one of the items for the Sweet Dream Pillow of Cromwell's. Which option is that? Oh no! No! I choked by accidentally not looking. Okay, that's a massive. That's a fair bit of time loss. So we've started off really good. Recent changes. Who knows? Might be fine. Might not lose too much time. Hopefully, when I hit nothing, they don't go through the same spiel. Oh no. God damn it. Okay, that lost about 20 seconds maybe. Oh, either way. We'll walk in, Penelope's absolutely scared and distressed a little bit, and then we just don't care. We're just gonna take a pillow and leave. So, because we unlocked the shopping plaza by talking to Beatrice, we can now go there and collect a few more of the items that we need. So we're going to talk to Antoinette, make a purchase, and get the Sweet Dream Cake. Yep, easy. We'll get to mushroom cookies too while we're at it. Next we go talk to Daisy. And no matter which option we choose, we get the same outcome, but choosing Penelope is a few seconds faster. Because basically if we start talking about dreams, it eventually just leads to the same thing as if we'd said Penelope, but it takes a few seconds to get to that point. Either way, this is fine. I'm making somewhat good progress. I would have liked it to be a bit faster, but oh well. Can't have everything. Now we enter Mackenzie's room. We're going to get the last item we need for Cromwell. And so, what was it? Oh yes. So if we give Cromwell the Sweet Dream Cake right now, he doesn't go on his spiel for that specific item. And the spiel for the Sweet Dream Cake is 12 seconds longer than every other spiel. So that's a massive time save by giving him the Sweet Dream Cake first. Oh! And I probably lost a good chunk of that 12 seconds. Perfect. There it is. We got the Sweet Dream Pillow. Condominium, and then yeah. So now we're going to talk to Penelope and essentially get ready to investigate the crime scene. Because the Sweet Dream Pillow lets us have the same sleep, have the same dreams as Penelope, or whoever we're sleeping with, I suppose. But talking to Penelope allows us to sort of begin another interaction with Daisy, and that's the last thing we need to sort of do before we can start prepping for the investigation at night. And this time, same two options we get, but dreams is quicker. .5 seconds according to my notes. And then we'll have to hit noise because she'll comment that Penelope's keeping her up, basically. And we get the perfect example of Penelope being a painful neighbour. There we go. Now we essentially place the pillow and set everything up. Chloe's going to barge in and annoy us a little bit. Then we'll get to go to sleep. Easy. I half questioned if Penelope was into Mackenzie. Because some of the stuff she says in these cases just always made me think that she possibly could have been. Which is awkward considering Mackenzie in Touch Detective 2. The Mouse King, because Chloe believes in fairy tales. Yeah, Mousetrap isn't dreamy at all. And Beatrice comes to the rescue. There we go. That's essentially part 1 done. We watch the cutscene again, we go through a little bit more text, and that's case 1 part 1 done. Not too bad at all. Looks like it's going to be a mid to high 12 minutes. Which isn't bad. I think my actual PB is something like 12:30. No, it's 12:15. Something like that. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit on this thing. Whoops, I need to go back to live split to split. Penelope's already strange indeed, she is. Yes, the dream was stolen. Oh, 12:16. Nice. Shit, that's actually pretty good timing. Alright, so now we just have to essentially hear from Cromwell that the Dream Thief is actually dreamwalking. And this is now essentially us trying to track down the Dream Thief, investigating the dream world, etc., etc. An expert? Again, slightly quicker options. So a lot of this game is just knowing what... Oh no. No, I accidentally tapped Cromwell again. So a lot of the speedrun of this game is about knowing which options to pick and when. Yeah, as I thought. I go... So you're meant to talk to the fortune teller to find out how to dreamwalk, but I've already played this game, I know how to do it. And the game doesn't force you to actually go talk to her before these items are unlocked. So fortunately we can just get the items that we need and get ready to dreamwalk right away without ever having to talk to the fortune teller in town, which is a nice little bonus. Then we can go to the condominium and just heat it up in the microwave, since that's the last thing we need to do in order to dreamwalk. They're pretty straightforward in the end, not too bad. Perfect. So doing a little bit of a dream walk. We're essentially getting high on shrooms. It did go well. We successfully dreamwalked. But in our first visit, there's not going to be anyone else here. And we have to visit every single room for Mackenzie to have a comment like this. So we just do Cromwell's room right away. We'll do the park and the shopping plaza as well right now. And then we'll head to the condominium, because at the same time we need to collect an item. And if we tap on Penelope's door, we automatically get sent out. So it's best to collect the item first and then go tap on the door. There we go. And so it's a little bit finicky, because I don't want to tap on Fungi. If I tap on Fungi, I get a 30-second bit of dialogue where Mackenzie adds her perception of him to the touch list. Oh, I nearly went into Cromwell's room. No, easy. So I'm not going too bad on this. I don't think we'll get sub 30. Or maybe we will. I mean, I was getting like 31, 32s with the tutorial as well. And essentially Cromwell's just going to tell us that no one else was there the first time because everyone else was still up. They hadn't gone to sleep yet. Okay. In the end, Penelope can't go to sleep, can't stay up late and go to sleep. So we have to try and find a way to make everyone go to bed early. Unfortunately, so we never went to the park. Some people go to the park earlier. You're meant to just explore, but why go to the park if I didn't need to go to it until now? So I'm meant to talk to Chloe and she's meant to give me the idea to make everyone else go to sleep earlier. But I need this butterfly for that. So why bother coming here and getting the butterfly earlier when I could have just come here and got it now? But I already need to come here and talk to Chloe. Well, is the right answer. Oh, I mucked up. I lost some time. I was meant to talk to Chloe first and then pick up the butterfly. Oh well. I think it's something like less than a second anyway. So Chloe gives us the good idea to make everyone go to bed early, but at the same time she also tries to tell us to just summon the Sandman to do it. Now for some reason, a lot of people struggled on what to do next. For me personally, I didn't find it that hard because when I got new items, I always investigated them in the touchscreen. Or in the menu, I mean. And the second you tap on the butterfly, it says that they're going to become bleary-eyed. And Chloe, when she's talking about the Sandman throwing sand in people's eyes, makes their eyes all bleary. For me, that was just an instant connection. So specifically, we're going to show the butterfly to one person in every single location. Starting with this guy. Or every location that we have available to us right now. Oh, that's a few seconds. That was dumb. And it is her. We'll then show the butterfly to Beatrice in the condominium and finally Cromwell before immediately trying to dreamwalk again. I mean, in reality, technically we only needed Cromwell and Beatrice because they're the only ones we're going to interact with in the dream world. But we have to do the other two still. I've tried not doing it and it's not enough. Perfect. Finally, we get to dreamwalk again. so how much? Okay, yeah. So we're meant to give the air pump to Cromwell for him to fix it. Now we can do it either now or the next time we come into the dream world. Doing it now saves 2 seconds. For whatever reason, oddly enough. So all we have to do is just enter the condominium, Penelope will get kidnapped again, then we just leave. So basically you're meant to go to the shopping plaza and talk around to people. She'll tell you that the rude bag came through here. We already know that they're not hiding out. It's hard, I don't want to say spoilers, but at the same time I'm doing a speedrun. So right now the game's essentially saying that the bag most likely fled in here and we suspect Daisy was in here with and we found Penelope's clothes. So everything makes us a little bit suspicious of Daisy. And oddly enough, there isn't much that happens between the second and third Dreamwalks. I'm actually sort of questioning why they left it in the game. We don't really get much more information. So all we basically do is have one more interaction with Daisy, and we also found out that Penelope's clothes were stolen. So this isn't looking too bad. I think sub 3 is almost guaranteed. Because case 1 is about usually 30 minutes, just a little bit over 30 minutes, including tutorial. Case 2 is something like only 20 minutes. Case 3 is a little bit longer, and case 4 is about right on 30 minutes. So we'll probably get sub 2 hours. It's just the question of could we get sub 155 and possibly even get world record? I mean, I doubt it. I think I've made way too many mistakes as is. Either way, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to dream. Perfect. Nice and straightforward. This point onwards, it's very, very easy. It's essentially just following the story. It's just essentially following the casual route now. So pick up the air pump because it's finally fixed. Turns out it's actually Beatrice's and we're going to use it on her to distract her so that we can steal Daisy's room key. For some reason the quality of the camera keeps going down. Might have to look to fix that. Now fortunately, tapping fungi here doesn't actually bring up the touch list stuff. So that's very, very lucky for us actually. Oh, where is it? Oh, I forgot. How did I forget that items go in earlier? That's silly. Oh, in the end, I'm just creating splits to compare to, honestly, right now. And we're essentially going to seal off the escape route so we can trap the Dream Thief. And we got him. Now we just chase him and win. But the Dream Thief's a little bit smarter than us. They know that they can't really just die in this world, so they're just going to jump off the roof. Mackenzie still just having some instinctual, I don't want to jump off the edge of a building, won't do it. So we're going to have to pop Beatrice and she'll fly like a balloon down there and catch the thief. Yeah, I think we'll get sub 30 for this. This is actually pretty good, I think. And we caught him. Who is it? We're going to expose Daisy. Wait, what? Antoinette? Biggest twist in this game, honestly. Because the game very much leads you towards thinking it's Daisy. But there are hints along the way. They do deliberately leave hints in the game, but in the speedrun, because those blocks aren't necessarily needed to continue through, so you don't have to get those hints to reveal that it was Antoinette. We don't actually do it in the speedrun. We only get the hints that would push you towards Daisy. The eventual hope is I'll get a better webcam for this. Now, unfortunately, we do have to just pick all options here. Unfortunately, once we pick all options, we're going to get the final item, an apology to Penelope, and we essentially just go take it to her and we're done. We go through a little bit of text afterwards, but not too bad. So she's essentially just telling us how she was committing the crimes, why she did it. Turns out she was using it to create the sweet dream cake that we gave Cromwell. But now we've caught her, she says she's not going to do it anymore. In the end, we couldn't have tried her or anything. It's not like stealing someone's dreams is an actual crime. Yep, she solved the case. We did it. And bada bing bada boom, we're finished. Now we're just essentially tapping through text to get to the end of the case. And Penelope, actually being far more mature than we actually believe, agrees that she's gonna let Antoinette steal her cake once a week, steal her dreams once a week for the cake. Since in the end she realised that herself and many others actually grew to really love that cake. Though good on Penelope, extremely mature. And the nice benefit that Mackenzie got for solving the case was she gets as much of the cake as she wants when it is in stock. However, Chloe, being an absolute jerk, even though she didn't solve the case, tried to make Penelope do all her homework. She got in trouble and Mackenzie didn't accept that reward, she just decided to do her own homework. On top of that, she's mad up with Daisy, even though Daisy seems to still have a little bit of hostility towards Penelope. Yes, we got sub 30, that's good. So we're definitely going to get sub 2 hour. Unfortunately, that's the last bit of text that we have to deal with tutorial stuff. There we go. The second case. I'm trying to remember what roughly my splits are after this. It's hard because I kept them all in an Excel document, but at the same time, the Excel document's on the PC I'm using to stream, and I can't pull that up because literally I don't have a spare space on my screen. Oh shoot, I should have... That was dumb of me. While that cutscene was playing, I should have... let's just scroll down a little bit in the notes. Game. There we go. Jeez, got worried for a second. This case is a very sort of straightforward one. Penelope gets kidnapped. The culprits are incredibly obvious from the beginning. Bit of a disappointment considering we had such a good mystery in case 1. But at the same time, I do like the case because of the gravity of it in a way. And it's just terrifying nature. There's so many good... Like, the culprit's obvious, but at the same time, they do such a good job at, like, building their motive. With just little hints and little tidbits here and there. And it's actually sort of terrifying how psychologically disturbed the culprits are. Unfortunately, we won't see any of those hints because all of the hints are slow. It's much easier just to pick the 1 or 2 text options that we actually need to progress. So just essentially a little bit of a slice of life joke starts like there is to every case. And now Beatrice is going to introduce the case to us. So Mackenzie just sort of dismisses Penelope's disappearance because, being such close friends, she knows that Penelope just wanders off sometimes and disappears for a bit, and then comes back. Oh, for it, I put that hint in the wrong split. It should have been case 2, part 2 that I put the naked bones in. So for anyone who doesn't know, I put that hint in because at the start of part 2 of this case, you have to visit Naked Bones in order for one of the locations to open up. And I've forgotten it way too many times in practice and in runs. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so I have to pick all of the options for Beatrice. Either way, we'll know case 3 is the big roadblock essentially for me. All the times I've practiced, the only things that were stopping me from completing runs was case 3. Case 1, case 2 are fine. Case 4 is a little bit just back and forth annoying, but it's still very much doable. Case 3 is just so finicky with what you have to do. What order things have to be done, what's the fastest order to talk to people. It's just... ugh. Alright, so I'm going to collect these in this order, because this is going to be the reverse order of what I would need to use them at. Like I'm going to... I should have... Oops, I forgot that I meant to get the handkerchief first, but it shouldn't really cost me much time, maybe half a second at most. So Penelope's room is ransacked. We're just reporting it to Beatrice after collecting some evidence for ourselves. And I absolutely love one thing in this case. So later on, well, very shortly, we're going to get a banana peel. Well, and we need that banana peel in order to progress and further in the game. Now we pick up the banana peel just as part of the talking, but if we present it further, we screw over one of the characters, make them slip up and do something really embarrassing, and we have to do that. Like, we can't just take the banana peel the first time and get away with it scot-free. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't already know, it's Chloe. It's Chloe. We have to make Chloe slip on a banana peel in order to progress the game, and it's just hilarious that it actually makes you do it. So essentially we're just exposing Chloe as the one who is ransacking Penelope's room. Essentially, she was just trying to gather evidence for her own investigation. At the same time, breaking and entering is not okay. So Chloe is essentially going to get in big trouble for this. And her arrogant nature isn't going to save her. So we're just explaining to Chloe that Penelope labelled all of her bananas so that we know it was definitely Penelope's banana. So this is the banana peel we need, but we can't just take this and go. We've actually got to do this scene, and it's that's fun and hilarious. We don't even need to talk to her afterwards. We just need to pick up the banana peel again after she's slipped over. And that's good enough. But to unlock the next location, we just need to show Dover this photo album. And then when he asks us about Lugal, we just say, "Who's Lugal?" And he tells us the location, where Penelope walked off with this mysterious man named Lugal. Oh, that was easy. Now we can just go. Hi, Chloe. Planetarium's unlocked and we can do things. It's funny because for so long, if you just don't know what to do, it can take some real time to figure out what you need to do in this game, particularly this case. Like this case, the culprits are so goddamn obvious, but at the same time, what you need to do in this case isn't really obvious at times. In particular, there was something that got me stuck on this case for so long. A little girl, and then we're gonna ask about stars. Even though if we asked about dolls, we get very, very informative knowledge. So, by the way, it was this guy and the girl who took Penelope. Are we interested in stars? Yeah, stars rock. I hate that we have to actually check that we get free entry from a pass that says free entry. And also, we have 2 doors coming up. They match the 2 doors in another room. If you need to move to either side of the room, it's much easier to do it from out here than it is in there, because the distance between the doors is shorter out here. And it is this door I need to go through, because I end up over here. And I show the fortune teller book about Penelope, or Penelope's photo album. And easy in the end. We're done. We're just about done with case 2 part 1. We just have to go talk to the fortune teller one more time. Shopping plaza. Now, room skip isn't doable in this one, because you need to actually present the card for one of them in order to actually enter, which sucks, but at the same time that's what needs to be done. So we don't do room skip until case 3. And we're just picking up that astrology chart for later. It saves us having to come back. So this case is extremely straightforward in terms of the speedrun. There's not really any complexities with it. You just essentially go through the casual route. No real route changes, no real options to pick. I suppose the only real ones were the star, the little girl and the star. Right. Alright, we're about to. This is alright time actually. So basically I found that the time to save takes about 4 or 5 seconds longer than just hitting no and yes in those two options. Weird, I know. Because it looks like hitting no and yes takes a while, but the save takes surprisingly long, despite its appearance. So we'll just get a Teddy now. We'll try to leave, but then Cromwell will be a jerk and make us come back for breakfast. Aww, Cromwell's feeling jealous. Do you want to be kidnapped next time, Cromwell? That's in drama. Okay, let's see if I can get Cromwell skipped. No. I've only been able to do that once or twice. I'm hoping to get it once on recording so I can see how I set it up. And the faster option here is I don't want to. So much faster. I don't actually have the notes up on which one's fast, how much faster it is, but I know for sure it's a lot faster. Four seconds faster. And once this is done, I'll just give the sandwich to Funky. Yeah, Cromwell slaved all day to make us breakfast, and then we're just giving it to our pet mushroom. In fact, we're doing it in front of him to rub it in. How dare you screw us over, Cromwell? We need to find Penelope. But first we're going to go pick up some cookies from the shopping plaza. Priorities. And this is what screwed me over for so long. In order to progress... Oh, I nearly forgot Naked Bones. I nearly forgot it. But I never thought to actually put the ribbon on the teddy bear. That caught me out for so long. But we have to go in here in order for them to have a little bit of an interaction, hint again that they were the ones that kidnapped Penelope. And then the planetarium's unlocked for us again. So essentially they're buying clothes for Penelope. Alright, now we don't have to leave, we're just at the planetarium now until the end of the case. We're gonna bust Penelope out. Now unfortunately the little girl was about to lead us right to Penelope, but Chloe mucks it up. Thanks, Chloe. So helpful. God damn it, Chloe. You're so annoying at times. And even though she has a coin, she demands we give her one. Fortunately, we do have one. How stingy! Well, you wouldn't want to give up your you didn't want to give up your lucky coin. We could have had two, double the money to offer him. Yep, and now she pisses him off by dropping the coin into his organ grinder. He gets really mad. Chloe gets scared, and as a coward, runs away. She comes back immediately afterwards, but she's useless for the rest of the case now. Now it's a little bit quicker just to talk to her. Either way, she's going to run into the stadium, into the planetarium. If we do it now, we don't get pushed back a little bit when we try to enter. So time to distract the astronomer. Calm down Lugal and cause a power outage. Yeah, big jump. It's mainly because there's a faulty power point over there. So we're just going to take the tweezers he's using to get the coins out and electrocute ourselves to shut down the planetarium. Real creative. Don't play with PowerPoints, kids. So again, it's a little bit quicker just to go through this door. And so it's dark out because we essentially shut all the power off. He can't see us and we hide away before he gets the power back on. And we're about to find Penelope in the secret room. And she's been hooked up to a machine that essentially mind controls her. Forces her to act like a doll. Actually pretty damn terrifying for what was a kid's game, now that I think about it. What's even more terrifying is what we're about to find out. Because it turns out he's going to turn us into a doll as well. Yeah, it's pretty damn terrifying. Now, before you can go try and take Penelope from the girl, we need to distract this guy, because otherwise he'll just block off our escape. Unfortunately, Fungi's a massive dust machine, somehow. So he's going to cough dust into the planetarium control system and destroy it. And we did it. So now we're essentially done. Now we just got to get Penelope out, which is pretty easy. The lights, the light, it burns. And we did it. We destroyed the planetarium. And now he's distracted, to say the very least. Caused probably thousands in property damage. I mean, they did kidnap Penelope, so justified. And we need to be very careful. Okay. If we pick our hide, that's like a minute and a half lost. It's just the wrong option. Now I can free Penelope. Unplug the brainwashing machine. And let's get Penelope out. But the little girl was hiding right there, and we're about to get busted and attacked by her. Fortunately, she's a little girl, so Mackenzie's a bit tougher than her. Penelope, though, is a little bit frail still because she's been essentially cooped up and asleep for the whole time, and controlled. So we got to get her out. Again, kids game. Banana Peel to the rescue. And we did it. Now this is always strange to me. Penelope clearly leaves well before us, but then we somehow leave before she does. Hey, we did it! So now just essentially the follow-up, the astronomer's being interrogated by the police. Chloe got in trouble for breaking into Penelope's room. And supposedly Lindsay, the little girl, has a new friend. And Chloe hasn't been visiting us lately. So yes, Chloe essentially became a new doll for her. But that gets resolved in the bonus case. We don't do the bonus case in this one. This is just any percent. Oh, fruit. I forgot to split. Oh, crud. Nope, we're on case 3. Might just... I'll skip that split because it wasn't accurate. Oh, and I hate this case. I hate it so much. And also, I really need to go to the bathroom. I'm really sorry. We should still get a sub 2 time. If that cost us world record, I don't care. That was worth it. Now I can focus a lot more on the game. Yeah, I just get the route back up to episode 3. Ugh. I mean, basically, plus side, the split for case 3 part 1 is going to be terrible, and that means I will always be saving time on it, which just will motivate me to keep going through case 3 because I really dislike case 3. So essentially Penelope's saying that there's a stranded snow fairy at the ice skating ring, and she needs our help to free it. Because the skating ring is going to be demolished soon and he'll die if he doesn't get out and home in time. Now unfortunately we have to ask every question again. It's like after case 1 they realised that we could have just picked one option and gotten away with it. He'll go melt away. I'll be happy to get this case done with, but it's by far the longest in the game. So I don't enjoy it at all. I'd be much happier if this case didn't exist. We just skip to case 4, but oh well. There's just lots of potential for mistake in this one. Because the route is just annoying. So many specific options that need to be picked. So essentially we're just telling Penelope that we can't see the fairy. But if we believe really hard, we sent him. Now we have to go talk to the owner of the skating ring and try and convince him to not close it. Closing the skating ring, and the third option, keeping the skating ring open. He wants to close it because it's cold. No way. An ice skating ring is cold. Who would have thought it? That's when we tell him about the fairy that's around, hoping that it will convince him. And finally we're done. But Penelope's abandoned ship. And this is the most goddamn topsy-turvy thing in the world. So we have to go get Penelope, but by the time we bring her back, no matter what, he's going to have left. And then if we go try and bring him to Penelope again, she'll leave again. So what we have to do is we have to get Penelope, bring her here, and then give her a hand warmer that he leaves behind. Come with me. And there's the hand warmer that Barnaby left behind. And we have to tap it 6 times. 4, 5, and 6. There we go. And then finally we just drag him over because it's almost like the game expected you to loop through this 2 or 3 times. Oh no, I tapped fungi. No. Oh, that's a good 6 seconds gone. Oh well. Alright, let's see if we can get Cromwell's skip. I've only been able to get it in case 3. I can't remember when I got it though. I'm going off. Oh, jeez. I'm hacking it. Case 3, it's cursed. Alright, let's try it. Now. Basically, if I walk into the couch, there's a chance I can warp straight to the door. And so, we do believe in the fairy because it's clearly there, but we're gonna— no! I should have said no. No, I should have just said no. Whoops, that lost 5 seconds. Well, lots of time save. And I'm essentially practicing case 3 because I hate it. And they're just having a little bit of a chuckle because they successfully predicted what Chloe's about to say. But they're shocked that Chloe can see the fairy. And so now here comes the most goddamn annoying thing in the world. There are 3 solutions, the third one works, and we have to do the other 2. Ugh. And no matter what, we're forced to go in a certain order because of Chloe. Because all Chloe's doing is making it worse. He makes it warmer in here and the fairy gets hurt even more. No shoot, he feels hot. Chloe keeps getting the temperature turned up. So now they're essentially going to make some plans about what they need to, how they can get the fairy out. Chloe, no matter what happens, no matter which one we choose, is Chloe's choice. Fatten Barnaby up. Out of the 3 though, if we go with the right one, which is Penelope's, it's a few seconds faster. Okay, then it is... Oh, no. Darn it, it went on to the next page. Case 3 always screws me. Because there's just so much talking to people rather than necessarily using items. Oh, come on. I need to pick that up. I need to talk to Chloe. And then we send Funky back in to get more. So I'm going to read ahead the notes because I hate this one. Yeah, think about it. We're about 20 minutes into this case, and we've collected our first item. Like, that's how itemless these last 2 cases are. But we gave him frozen food, so he's cold. And he makes it warmer again. Let's get some more. Chloe will tell us to give him cooked food. And where can we cook something? Well, it's the microwave in the condominium. Like, essentially this case is so much of just going back and forth from the skating park to the office. I think this is like one of 2 or 3 times we actually visit the condominium in this whole case. I think we only visited the shopping plaza twice or something. Basically, it's absurd. It's absurd how much we're in the skating ring for this. And it's a lot of just, we do one small thing, we go somewhere else, we come back. So this time we give him cooked food. But he gets food poisoning from it. Because the one we gave him is 10 years past the expiration date. We told Chloe about it. And she confirms to Barnaby that he's died is because of the food poisoning. However, Barnaby gets mad at this and just decides to make it really warm to thaw them all out and just screw over the ice skating rink. He doesn't care anymore. Fortunately, we're nearly done with part 1, but oh my goodness, this is so annoying, this one. The chat's gonna disappear for a little bit because I need to read these notes. Okay, then I have to talk to Then we're going to go talk to Antoinette and begin the pastry party. So we have to talk to 10 people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10 people. We have to tell 10 people about it. I tried my best to find a route for this, but it was just really strange just trying to talk to all 10 of these people. But fortunately, we are going to see Room Skip for the first time, hopefully. So next option is the first one, which is why I'm tapping high. Oh, I've actually put it in order. I put in the order for the route that's the best order for the route. So it's Dover first. Oh, yeah, I forgot we have to do this. So that's a touch list item we have to interact with. And we talk to her. And then it's like this, I believe. Yep, there we go. So that was Room Skip. Next we told Daisy. So essentially we're just going around to most of the people in town and telling them. We'll head to the park next. And tell this guy and Penelope. It's strange we have to tell Penelope even though there's no chance she could go to the party. And it's the condominium group, so Beatrice and a random in room 202. Yes, the person in room 202 is needed. It was shocking to me that I needed to actually still do it. Because yes, she's a good friend of Penelope's, and yes, she would be interested in that sort of stuff, but at the same time, it's like, why? She doesn't even have a character model properly. Okay, Cromwell Skip. Nah, it's worth a try every time. It saves like 2 seconds if I can pull it off. And last but not least is Lindsay, the girl from the last case who kidnapped Penelope. And I did not tap the door. Okay, and that's everyone, good. I didn't miss anyone. So now we go back. We're gonna basically get confirmation we can move the ferry, but first let's grab some hot sauce. We're gonna need that for the second part of this case. Park. Yeah, I thought so. I'm gonna swap the ketchup and hot sauce. And I'm gonna get a hot dog. And it's so essentially we get the same option no matter what. If we pick the right one though, it's oddly enough the fastest, which actually surprises me. Okay, and that's done. Now he's just rambling on a little bit. And she just, oh, no. There we go. So we just get our hot dog. We're gonna put some ketchup on it. And head back in. We basically tell Penelope, oh, no, I meant to tell Chloe. And that's essentially this part. I don't want to miss another split. So they just try and make a run for it to the freezer, but the fairy's been weakened too much. Of course, we can't see anything. And we'll still get sub 2 hours, but that was long. That was really long. Alright, unfortunately we got the hot dog right now, so we can show it to him. He doesn't trust us, he thinks we're going to give him more poisoned food, so we tell him to go outside and get the hot dog. At the place where we put the hot sauce instead of ketchup. So fortunately the second part's much faster than the first part, and it seems we lost about 3 minutes, I'd say, for me going to the bathroom. Although I actually don't know. I don't know because I don't have a split for case 2 part 2. So essentially he's calling out for Chloe because he's got a crush on her. Though Mackenzie and Penelope don't realise at this point. So they think he's cursing her. Now he's cursing you is the quickest one. So that's why I go for that one. And I think it's a little bit quicker just to go backwards than forwards. But fortunately Cromwell's been working on a nice little experiment for us. Damn it! I was hoping I'd get it here. There we go. Perfect. Now we go back, we talk to Penelope again. There's so much back and forth here, it's absurd. We find out that Penelope suspects that Fairy isn't cursing her, he's calling out to her. Unfortunately, Chloe's right here. The fairy wakes up and is an absolute jerk to Chloe. Basically, he Chloe's Chloe. But Chloe's still going to be nice. She's going to use the portable snow machine on him. And this is when the Snow Fairy tells Penelope and Chloe that if they can summon an angel, then it'll snow. Chloe, realising that there might be a way based on another fairy tale, she goes and talks to the fortune teller. Now, the spell that Chloe learns is absolutely fake, but the fortune teller essentially tells us that because Chloe believes it's real, it will work. Which is hilarious to think of. Imagine if that happened in real life. If we believed a spell would work, it would work. And before we can do anything, we're gonna have to drop by the shopping plaza and catch her talking to the fortune teller. And then we just head to the condominium. Unfortunately, we're nearly done with this case, and we're nearly on to case 4. And security is the right option. Because Beatrice isn't too approving of Chloe after she broke into Penelope's room last time. Essentially, Chloe's going to ask us to find a way onto the roof because we're not public enemy number 1 here. I don't want to even say it, but there is only one little bit of RNG in this game, and it's at the very end of this case. So everything has a very specific order. So all of the options when we're talking to people have a specific order to them. The only time in which this is randomized is the very last set of text boxes for this case. The order is randomized. We have to pick the right one each time. We're essentially done now. We've got a few more potential room skips to do if we can do them. I'll save a bit more time, but aside from that, we're largely done here. We've gotten onto the roof, we just gotta go let Chloe know. But she's gonna forget the spell, because she's Chloe. Oh no, yeah, the park was right. So we'll see if we can get world record. We've got 5 minutes. Because the last case takes about half an hour. No, I'm thinking ahead. I should not have come to the shopping plaza. So we're essentially cutting it really close now. We might get world record. I don't think we will. No, it takes longer than 4 minutes. We're probably going to get a 155 or a 156 maybe. Provided we don't make any big mistakes in case 4. So essentially she's gotten the spell. We're going to go ask the fortune teller. The fortune teller is going to tell us to get lost. Nah, I missed it. Damn it. Oh well. Jeez, it's really late here. Getting pretty tired. Alright, so we essentially just got to figure out more parts of the spell. The people we talk to is Lindsay at the planetarium and Cromwell. Cromwell skip. I'm gonna just always try for it because if I can pull it off, I can analyze it a bit more and see how to do it. Possibly get it consistent, and that would save a fair bit of time because we enter Cromwell's room a lot in this game. Like the Fortune Teller Plaza we enter maybe 4 times. There's 4 applications for it. Cromwell we use it about 15 to 20 times probably. So now we found out enough about it, we can go talk to the Fortune Teller again and she'll tell us. And so the pastry party's done. Nah, I mucked it. Oh well. This is just the explanation that if Chloe believes in the spell, it'll work irregardless. She essentially gives us a long-winded explanation. We really don't understand it. But if we say yes, it's just quicker. It gets that over with. I haven't actually timed this one, how much it's quicker by specifically. I know that it is quicker. And we're done. Now we've got RNG and we're finished with the case. Yeah, this isn't gonna world record. Oh well, we tried. We'll be second on the leaderboards though. Now I've got to get this right. This is RNG and it's infuriating. Hey, what? No! Oh no! Oh no, I forgot. I have to talk to them I have to talk to her one more time. Oh, that's just lost us about as much time if I'd made a mistake. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. God damn it, how did I forget that? Finally, we just... that was infuriating. So, we're still going to get sub 2, most likely. But it's not going to be a good sub 2 time, unfortunately. That mistake was... Case 3. Case 3 is just horrible for me in general. Miracle, cynical, la-di-la-di-la. There we go. Now here's the randomness. So both of those text boxes, both of those sets of options are random. But either way, we used that spell to turn Penelope into an angel. So she's gonna make it snow. Case 3 is done. Good riddance. I mean, case 4 isn't that much better, unfortunately, but it's not case 3. Oh, actually, I don't know if we will get sub 2 now. These mistakes were pretty big. Shouldn't have gone to the bathroom. Might have cost us sub 2. Actually, I can probably check what my times are for this game. For the last case. Because now it's just tapping through text for the rest of the case. So if I find it, I'll say what my last case time, what the best of my last cases is. Okay, it's not on this computer, fantastic. Must be on the one that I'm using to stream only. God damn it. I mean, we should still be alright for sub 2, it's just... It's not going to be sub 155. Which is a shame. Okay, ready to split. Yeah, sorry if I'm not talking as much about case 3, I just really don't like it. Hooray! Okay, so we're looking at about mid 156. Last case. Uh-oh, someone's getting assaulted. And what do you know, it's Penelope. Penelope's given us 3 out of our 4 cases. This time it actually looks pretty serious, she's pretty scared. And suddenly it's Chloe. She appears out of nowhere. Oh shoot, I'm getting really tired. Jeez. Yeah, and I'm not gonna do anything after this run, probably. Probably just gonna finish up stream afterwards. But this case is about 30 minutes. But Penelope's scared, she thinks that someone's actually been murdered. And Cromwell assures us that it's most likely a mistake, because the town would be in panic. Darkest point in the case. Cromwell acknowledges that there's a slight chance a murder did occur, and warns us to be careful. So first thing we gotta do is we gotta go reassure Penelope that everything's gonna be fine. No! Oh, I hit the wrong thing. That's all we needed. So now we can just go, which is nice. Go straight to the circus. Now I have to be really careful with this. There's a fast way to do something, but it requires me to be really careful and do things in a specific order. Then it is then I need to leave, go to the shopping plaza. Because once I show the letter to the circus master, oops. Ah, shoot, silly me. Once I show the letter to the circus master, Dover disappears, and I need Dover for this part. In order to get a laughing bag. Piss him off, he breaks it. And so now it's broken. So essentially we're just getting some items for later. He assures us he can fix it, but in reality, all he can save is the battery. So we got the battery at least. Now we can go back to the circus. We're gonna get the gramophone horn here. We don't care about Chloe. And then now we can show the letter to the circus master. Essentially, he's allowing us to... he's essentially giving us permission to work on the case. Because he's been sent a threatening letter. And it turns out that the person who now we saw get attacked is in a coma. He's not dead, but he's in a coma. However, the circus master is absolutely heartless in regards to it. So now we're just going to go investigate, see if there was anyone angry around the circus. And we find out from this lady over here that the fortune teller was there at the time and was very angry. Unfortunately, we don't get room skips this time. Can't believe I mucked it up. I'm usually really consistent with it. So it turns out she was an ex-member of the circus. But one day the ringmaster just up and left and took all the money. And everyone had to pay the town back. They eventually all settled here. So we ask her and we find out about the other ex-circus members, and that's actually it. That's all we need of this info. Because then the circus, things are going to have progressed at the circus, and we can move further in. Oh no, I hit the... Oh, I hit it again. I thought it automatically ended. Heck. That's a lot of seconds lost. Okay, sub 2 is going to be close, I think. There it is. Yeah, back to the circus, because now Johnny, another member of the circus, has been attacked. And he's very, very mad. Now we have to tap both options here. So Johnny was the star of the circus, and now he's been attacked as well. And Mackenzie's a bit scared. I mean, 2 members of the circus have been attacked and left in comas. However, Chloe reassures her that the detective's job is going to be dangerous, and sometimes they do have to face danger. And she can't just walk away from it. And Chloe's a bit too enthusiastic about it. So it turns out Chloe put all that tape up. There was no body there. Unfortunately, we got some crime scene tape from it, but the circus master isn't happy about the mess Chloe made. So now we have to clean it up. And it turns out that Johnny and the circus and the other circus members were fleas. So Johnny, a flea, got attacked, not an actual person. But now in order to eavesdrop on the fleas, we can use the gramophone horn. And we'll listen to the boy flea here. So it's just basically telling us we should try and use the gramophone horn. And we can reveal that due to this light, that was the shadow Penelope saw that got hurt. So now we just go back and tell Penelope it was just a flea, put her mind at ease. But even though it was a flea, Penelope's still just a little bit nervous. So we're going to investigate and find out who was actually doing it. Who hurt Johnny and the other circus member. And I think... Yep. And so it turns out that Punk was... turns out Punk was the one who hurt Johnny. At least according to this other flea. Now the circus master listens in with us. Circus Master's not happy. He's going to punish Punk for hurting Johnny. Now he's trapped in the box. So by talking to him, we find out a bit more about the training room, which is essentially torturing the fleas so that they perform rather than try and escape. And we're done. We caught the killer. Well, not the killer, the assaulter? I think that's the right phrase. So the case is solved, hooray. Now we can go tell Penelope she's fine. I don't think that flea's coming after her, especially since it's been put away. And we can go tell Cromwell we finished our 4th case, and he can send our reports over to the Great Detective Society. And we did it! We finished 4 difficult cases. We're about to get the credits. Hooray, we did it! I mean, the time is still going because it's clearly not the end. There's another part to this case. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I shouldn't be streaming at this time of night, but oh well. So yeah, we're not going to get world record, but we're going to do alright. Alright for a first run. Good time, I'm happy with this run. Provided I don't muck up the last one. As long as it's sub 2, I'll be happy. If it's sub 155, I'll be thrilled. But I don't like our odds of getting the next part done in 13 minutes or less. That's essentially us done with Cromwell for the game. So now we've just got to finish off and catch the actual true culprit. Because it wasn't Punk in the end, it was someone else. It turns out that Punk is also dead now. And turns out Punk is still alive. Oops. No. Oops, I mucked that up. I needed to also tap the lock before I tapped Punk. I can always do that right afterwards. No, I didn't want to tap you, Circus Member A. So we're essentially giving him the idea to hide all the fleas in the flea house so that they'll be safe. Unfortunately, we lose a bit of time doing this. Okay, now we're good. So now we're just going to go talk to Chloe, tell her about a sealed room, and she's going to be so impressed by a sealed room, she's going to take on the case. Oh, Chloe. She's so silly. I think that's actually the last room change. Oh, there's one more little room change afterwards, but... So we're about to go to the circus and essentially just narrow down on who the culprit is. We don't need to talk to the circus master, we can just walk past him. Alright, let's talk about Punk. So Punk is having a nightmare about the shaking. Having talked to Chloe, we'll find out that there was no earthquake in the area, which makes perfect sense. I mean, there's a chance. There's a chance sub 3, but there's a chance sub 155, but I really doubt it. I think that's impossible. I think sub 2 is very gettable. So essentially the other fleas were jerks and tricked him into going out there and practice so that he would be bait and they would be safe. Mackenzie, being disgusted at this, flicks the house to punish them, and it feels like an earthquake to them. That's when Mackenzie realizes that that's probably what happened. You shake it. So to protect the house, because essentially someone could also pick up the house and shake it and attack them, we're going to protect the house by taping it down. So now we'll leave. Only for, boom, an anvil to have hit it. So the circus master's devastated. All of the fleas are now essentially knocked out or dead except for one. Out here, we find that the culprit was out here, dangled the anvil overwards, and cut the rope. So now we just got to essentially get rid of Penelope and Chloe, and then we can talk to the circus master and convince him for us to get the culprit. So you scared Penelope off. Wait, no. Punk, there we go. Alright. So we're largely finished with the game now. We're just going to get rid of Chloe, convince the circus master to let us go get the culprit, then come back and confront the culprit. And yet the fleas are weird. The fleas are very, very weird. So Penelope makes the connection that it's linked to a certain old fairy tale. The Frog Prince or something. Nah, we're not getting sub 155. Damn it. We would have needed to have already been getting the culprit, I reckon, to have a good shot at it. So Chloe just basically tells us the story of the Frog Prince. Not really overly interesting, but this is a good way to get rid of her. Who did it? And that question stuffs her up so much she just leaves. Alright, then what was it? Oh shoot, I was meant to tap the box. Then tapped Boy Flea, saying he's going to support the circus on his own because he's the only one uninjured now. This is when the circus master comes back in, just says that his solution is just going to be keep adding more fleas when they get attacked. So now he's chucked all the new fleas and the boy flea into the box. But us saying us realizing that we don't want all these fleas to go through suffering non-stop, asks us to say, we'd like to find the culprit for you. We'll go get the culprit. And so now we have to actually go confront the culprit, or go to where the culprit. Essentially, we just have to go to where the culprit was, find that they're not there, and then come back. So the culprit is actually Dover. We're about to find out why, but we talk to Antoinette, we find out Dover's left. He said he's going to go get a job. And then now we go back and tell the circus master it was Dover. And we have to say no here, which is really silly. Because if we say yes, he's just going to tell us to go get the culprit and bring them here. But if we say no, he actually asks who was the culprit. There we go. We did it. The rest is now really trivial. Now it's just going through text. So essentially he got screwed over because he was a performer in the circus. He was a tattoo artist or a tattoo performist. He had a tattoo of a frog, a prince, and a princess, and would act out the frog prince using the tattoos. But a flea bit him on the frog's belly button, made it disgusting to the audience apparently. They all laughed at him and he was forced to leave in shame. So he was absolutely furious about fleas. He then proceeded to want to improve his act, but at the same time, he wanted to improve his act over time and come back to the circus when it returned. But when he did, the circus master just laughed at him and said, "I'm not hiring you because I'm a flea circus runner now." Unfortunately, Dover's quite violent, so we have to keep trying to wake the circus master up to help us. And welp, he's stuck asleep now. Alright, we're just about done. There's something like one more actual input I have to do. It's like giving the hat to Dover afterwards. Oh, we're not getting it, because we still got to go through all the post-game talk. So rip world record shot, but I don't know. I think we still got a very good chance of getting it next time. We lost 2 to 3 minutes because I went to the bathroom. Plus more minutes because I didn't actually... Oh, case 3. Case 3 cost me big time. We've had alright remaining cases though. Something like 15 minutes 30, and this is probably going to be about 15 minutes too. Yeah, so Dover's absolutely terrified because under the circus master's hat is Carbonog, the most dangerous animal in the world. And if he puts the hat back on, he thinks he can be safe. But Mackenzie wants to touch Carbonog and add it to the touch list. And that wakes up Carbonog. Oh, poor Dover. And we did it. Dover's been defeated. The shame is, the circus master got the flea that was getting away from Dover. So welp. So not too bad looking at this. It's going to be mid 156. Maybe probably 157 actually, because Cromwell comes in and tells us he sent our investigation report off to the Great Detective Society. Yeah, no, it's going to be low 157, unfortunately. Actually, oh, here we go. Yeah, we're going to make it sub 157 at least. So essentially Cromwell sent off our touch list instead of our detective journal. Here we go.